I literally manifested my dream life and the craziest, most impossible thing that seemed so unattainable. So I manifested moving to Hawaii. At the time, I lived with my family. I was not really allowed to travel much. I had never been to Hawaii. I didn't really know anything about it. And I don't know why I picked it. I guess it just seemed like the most faraway place on earth, and it seemed like this mystical place. And I had always been drawn to it, but I didn't think I would actually end up there. I was into the weird spiritual stuff and manifesting. And so here are the methods of manifestation I use, because I think they work best when they're all used together. Number one was writing it down in the present tense. I bought this journal that told me to do it. So you write down the life that you want in the present tense. So it says, I am so thankful that I blank. And you write down what you want. So I am so thankful that I live in Hawaii. And try to pick all your senses. So do something to taste, smell, feel, see, all of that. So I would write I am so thankful I live in Hawaii. It's so beautiful. I can walk to the beach. The juicy papaya tastes so fresh. The smells of flowers. I wrote down all this detailed description, and then you visualize it really clearly all the time. So that's one. And then I would listen to subliminal messages. You might have seen them on YouTube. I actually paid for a custom one. It was from this girl, Subliminal Goddess. Highly recommend her services. She believes in God and uses that. It's just really beautiful the way she does it, and just such a kind soul and good intentions. And I really liked what she created for me, because regardless of if it worked or not, it was just a beautiful thing to listen to. And she also makes it so that it's subliminal, so you're not really supposed to hear the words, but she makes it so that if it's loud enough, you can actually hear what she's saying, so you know that it's putting good messages into your brain. So yeah, I would listen to that several times a day. It had some beautiful music in the background. So yeah, I would just have it playing in the background while I'm doing anything. And then this one was very powerful for me, but I would recruit. So I believe visualizing is actually one of the most powerful tools. So visualizing, close your eyes and visualize that life and feel it really. But you can also recruit other people to visualize for you. A lot of people say, don't tell people about your plans or your dreams or what you're working on, because maybe they'll sabotage it or whatever. But I think sharing that stuff has helped me, and recruiting other people to visualize for me. So I'll tell you how I did that. Okay, so remember, at this time, I had no plan to actually move to Hawaii. Nothing was in motion, okay? It was just simply a desire at this point. An unrealistic desire, mind you. So I would sometimes buy and sell clothes off of this app, Poshmark. Just any reseller app like eBay, Poshmark, ThreadUp. Anyway, so whenever I would sell a clothing item, I'd write a little handwritten note in there and say, thank you so much for purchasing from me. I am using the money to save up to move to Hawaii. And then a lot of times they would write a comment back saying oh my gosh, that's amazing, good luck, have a great time in Hawaii, whatever. They're rooting for me, and they don't even know me, And then same thing. So I worked at a hotel front desk at the time, and I would just lie to people because they're strangers and I don't know them. So you kind of get bored of answering this, you're meeting all these strangers a day and they're making the same small talk with you, where are you from? I was young, so they would always be like, what are your goals? What are your future plans? What are you in college for? And it's just you're giving the same old answers, and it's so boring. Day after day after day, 100 times a day. This goes for any customer service job. They always ask you, oh, where are you from? And what do you hope to do? What are you in school for? Just, those kind of questions, right? So I would just turn the small talk and find a way to weave in there to everyone that I am moving to Hawaii. I wouldn't say I want to, I would say I'm planning to. So they'd be like, you know, where are you from? And I'd be like, oh, I'm from here, but I'm planning to move to Hawaii in the next year or whatever. And they'd be like, wow, that's so cool. Like, congratulations, you're gonna love it. That's awesome. And so again, it's like all these people don't have any bias to you. They have no reason to think you can't do it. They believe in you. And so I'm having all these strangers, you know, when you share that with them and you say to them, I am moving to Hawaii, for that moment in time, they're visualizing you in Hawaii. They're visualizing you in your goal. And so you're recruiting other people to visualize your goals for you. Okay, think about that. The power of like multitudes. I feel like concerts are kind of like energy harvesting grounds. And so we can all do this on a smaller scale, or maybe on a larger scale, but at least you can start on a smaller scale. All you do is like, a lot of people work a customer service job. You can just start telling people whatever your goal is. So if it's like starting your own business, even if you haven't started it yet, you can, in the checkout line, instead of just saying, oh, like lovely weather today, you can say to them like, you know, how's your life? What have you been working on? Let them share with you. And then surely they're going to ask you something back. What about you? What are you excited about? And you can just share whatever it is. You can say, yeah, I work here, and when I get off, I work on my business. I'm working on starting a business. Like, even if you haven't started yet, just tell them that. And then let them like be happy for you and be excited for you and say, wow. And then next time when they come in, they'll say like, how's it going? You're recruiting them in that moment to manifest for you. And it's so beautiful. We all have this energy, and you can do the same for other people. You can picture them achieving their goals, you know? And that's why it's so awesome to have like these amazing friend groups, especially women. I think like when women gather in circles, and I have a lovely group now that we gather together and talk about our goals, and we all take the time to visualize for each other. So one person will speak up and we all visualize it for them, and then the next person, and it's really been so beautiful and amazing. So that is a tip that I haven't really heard a lot of people share, but recruit other people to visualize and manifest for you in small ways. So with all that, the universe really like shifted things around, and things happened that didn't make sense, and it's like a movie, and it all like changes to work out. And with that, I was able to end up in Hawaii. Like, it really didn't feel real. But I remember all those manifestation methods. Okay, so with all that, another important point is you have to be so clear on what you want. I haven't, since then, that was like the thing I wanted more than anything, and I got it. Since then, I hadn't been like super clear on any one particular thing that I want. It was kind of like, so be aware of this too. When you achieve your goal, it's kind of this sense of like, oh, now what? Like, you kind of never thought you would get there. So it's good to get clear on what you want, because if you're putting out mixed signals, that's what you're going to get back. Nothing in particular, So be clear on what you want. Writing it all down helps, and then visualizing helps, and recruiting others to visualize for you. Strangers, friends. I feel strangers can work even better, because it's like they have no bias against you, and you can pretty much tell them anything. It makes you both happy. It also makes them happy when you break the small talk and stop saying like, oh yeah, like things are good, and I'm working here, and I'm from my hometown. Like, break the pattern and do something different, and tell them something fun. Like, you telling them that big goal of yours, not only does it make your day better, it makes their day better too. It's going to make them smile. Like, that's going to be a more memorable conversation for them at the grocery store than just the regular old thing, So it helps all of us, and we can all help each other level up by visualizing each other as our highest selves. So that's a little bit about manifesting. I hope that made sense. Thanks for watching.